Hi, it's Aneta here from Aneta Yoga Studio and Wellness. How are you today? Today is Thursday, 12th of April, day number 102 of 2018. And that means day number 102 of me showing up on my mat, in my practice, walking my talk, I guess. And I've been away. This is my first day back, fully back at the studio. I'm back at the studio today doing Thai yoga massages and one-to-one sessions. The group classes are starting on Monday. I've got a full day with Thai yoga massage and one-to-ones tomorrow as well. It's a really nice way of coming in and doing, you know, really lovely work with the students. And it's really interesting. I was going to show up yesterday and do, day number 101. But actually, I needed a little bit more of that time. I needed one more day to fully arrive because I traveled on Tuesday afternoon and evening, and coming back home is always kind of, you know, you have to do a lot of stuff, or I have to do a lot of stuff. I have to sort out the washing, prepare for the work, sort out whatever needs to be sorted out. And I see it within my own practice as well, because I've been showing up for over 100 days now on my mat and really checking in with myself, what's going on, how I'm feeling. It means that I am seeing things much quicker, that I pick up on things much quicker. Whereas before I would stay in a situation that maybe was not working for me really well for quite a while, hoping that it will get a little bit better, hoping that maybe things would shift, hoping that I could make it work. Because I am checking in with myself and really noticing what's going on for me, I can make the decisions much quicker. And so doing the classes in a 6-week period, term period, in line with the school terms, gives me a week or 2 weeks like this time away from the group classes, away from working weekends and evenings, and to actually reflect a little bit more. But there is something really exciting also happening right now, because we are in spring, and I don't know about you, I mean, I can really feel it in my body. My body wants to move. And what I noticed is what happens is when I have a period of rest, period of going inward, period of just really slowing down, afterwards my body just wants to move, just wants to stretch and move in every direction and really create loads more flow. And I know a lot of my students, before I went away, were saying similar thing. When the weather warms up, we really want to move. We really want to start getting much, much more physical, much more, movement is life. If you look at the animal kingdom, the movement is life. That's what differentiates a live being from a dead being. It's the movement and, the vitality and the energy. And so I feel like certainly I recharged my vitality, my energy, and I'm ready for another 6 weeks of intense working and really working in a slightly different way. So I made few changes in my timetable, in my schedule, and I will see over the next 6 weeks how it works. And there is something else that I also made a decision on, which is having more fun, because especially over the last 3 months, I really realized that I'm very good at working and I'm quite good at taking care of myself these days, but there hasn't been fun as creative new experiences. And actually that comes with the energy of spring as well. you know, when the spring comes, we want to get out, we want to be in nature more, we want to be, you know, moving more. And so I have a real thirst for creative stuff. So I promised myself that I will try a few new things, that I will go to, there is a movie night going on where I live, so I'm going to go with my partner next week. I'm going to go to the live drawing session, a couple of hours of live drawing, something that I haven't done for a long time. And so noticing those little things that might be, those little inspirations that might be, oh, I'd like to do that, oh, I'd like to do this. And that naturally happens. It happens for me, and I am observing it and witnessing it and experiencing it. And I'm also witnessing it for my students, that there is this sense of when you are in pain and discomfort in that somatic way of being within the body, that's all you are aware of how uncomfortable you are, how much pain you have, how things are not okay, the body-mind connection, the body is uncomfortable, the mind is restless. But when you start working within your body, when you really allow yourself to live that embodied living through somatic experiencing from within the body, when you release those chronic holding, chronic tension, then the vitality comes up, because that somatic way of experiencing is directly related to mental and emotional way of being. When you've got more flow and ease and openness within the body, there is more flow and ease and openness within your mind and within your emotions. And so it all kind of creates a really nice holistic way to bring more of that vitality, to bring more of that aliveness, that connection with the life, that clarity about what it is that you want to be doing as a joy or as a, you know, as a fun. Because so often we forget. I mean, I have experiences in my life where I forgot, where I was just working, just surviving, just holding on, just hoping for the weekend, just feeling burnt out and exhausted, and just thinking all I need is like a couple of days of sleep, just a little bit of that, forgetting that actually by making little changes we can create a completely different lifestyle, completely different way of being. And it all starts with that somatic way of being. You can't do it through your mind, and that's why sometimes mindfulness is not enough. There is other stuff that needs to happen, and this is what I am experiencing, definitely. And then it all results in a very practical way, living life on your terms. And I often hear that from the clients, you know, I've got responsibilities, I've got children, I've got work, I've got house. We all have responsibilities. And that's why ditching it all and running off is not an option. It's not an option for me. You know, I've got the studio, I've got a house, I've got my partner, responsibilities, you know, I've got my cat, all of that kind of stuff. I've got my parents. I can't just ditch it all and run off, you know, run off to Thailand and run off somewhere else. And it's not an option for many of us, especially if you've got children. You know, you have to kind of find a way of being within your life that is very nourishing for you and quite enriching, that you live life for living. You don't live for work, that you live life on your own terms, and that starts with those little shifts and a way of, you know, resting, nourishing, but also the vitality. Because you don't want, you know, I often hear people say about mindfulness that mindfulness is being calm and being composed. That's not what mindfulness is. That's the byproduct of mindfulness. The real thing about mindfulness and being fully present is to know what's going on for you. It's to know, okay, something happened. I'm really angry about this right now. And I'm really, you know, I want to hit them. I'm not going to, because that would lead to other consequences. But how am I going to deal within the situation that is happening for me right now? That's mindfulness. That's the purpose of mindfulness. And then responding from that space of really understanding what's going on for you. And going beyond mindfulness. You know, we live within our body. Being a human means having a body. I'm sure you've heard me say that before, you know. As a human being, you live within your body. If within your body there is a lot of conflict, tension, chronic pain, numbing it out as the only way of dealing with it is not gonna work. So we have to find other ways. And certainly when you find more ease and space within your body, within your soma, the whole of the experience, then you will respond definitely, naturally, as a natural consequence, differently to life and what's going on. And so, sorry, it's slightly longer, me chatting today, but I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing all right with your practice. Reach out if you've got any questions. Reach out if you'd like to, you know, work with me, if you'd like to learn more. And I really wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Great day today in here, but nevertheless, we are still alive and we still can make choices and decisions however we want today. Okay, take care. Namaste.